Hello, I am Adalberto Cervantes Rodriguez. I am the creator of the ERP technology and business database technology that is used worldwide, but only by SAP and Oracle. Those companies stole my technology at the Mexican oil company, Pemex. I requested to the Mexican government through DeFi to give me a copy of the agreement between Oracle and Pemex. And SAP and Pemex, they couldn't find it. This smelled really fishy, and it's because they use both of my technologies to put in bankruptcy all the Mexican government and belong to the Mexican citizens. Today, they try to do the same with the U.S. companies to move them to China or going to Mexico, where they are bankrupted by the Mexican military and using graduate fellows having studies at universities like Panamericana, Ibero, Anáhuac, and others. It's incredible. And when they are put in bankruptcy, they are moved to China as well. As all the partners, a lot of small Indian origin companies, mainly registered in Texas, North Carolina, New York City, state of Michigan instead of California, to do this accounting and fiscal frauds protected by the skull bonds. The Department of State, Homeland Security, they are providing them visas to student visas. Sometimes don't allow them to work, or they are giving H-1B visas without having any study similar to a U.S. bachelor's degree. So you can imagine these guys going to the big corporates, government, including military. They are destroying us totally, okay? As well as all their clients. We know that there are three banks that they are controlling all the economy, manipulating the economy, and defining percentage to the Illuminati corporates to destroy any country they want. Today they are focused in the United States to be replaced by China, Israel, and Switzerland. As I told you before in other programs, all the processes and data are totally incorrect because they didn't use industrial engineering, they didn't use science and technology, and you can check that if you're going to your hospital, clinic, or health center. Then all the data and processes are mixed up. They cannot even define clearly in an autopsy if someone is dead by natural causes or someone is murdered using electromagnetic weapons, nanotechnology, implants, MK Ultra, and other devices that is used commonly in the New World Order, according with the population agenda, to kill more than 95% of the population, of the entire population worldwide. As the father of industrial engineering has a science, I recommend to use immediately industrial engineers with ergonomics background. At the end of the day, we're going to have the ergonomics background integrated with my ERP technology and business database technology. So we're going to have a solution, okay? Because of all these issues, all the presidents, including Obama, all the CEOs are considered right now like psychopaths, satanic, diabolic, criminals, and even homosexual, because they implanted the reptilian implants and made them be homosexual, plus the NK Ultra that made them be puppets of the elite. So they control all their necessities, including the basic necessities like poop and pee. So you can imagine this guy is going to public events with diapers. Yeah. Okay, today we're going to talk about the situation of the CIA. We already have several programs related with the CIA, but let me tell you, the CIA is not anymore a US agency. They are working directly for the dirty and richest families in the world. We know that these agents, even they keep cash money instead of putting that money in by the banking system, so they cannot pay taxes because they have done a lot of illegal businesses. They are expertises in criminal acts against humanity, and of course the worst situation for them is to attack directly the U.S. citizens, especially with the Bush and Obama. with the help of the Clintons, of course, they have been attacking the U.S. citizens, and that means they're violating even our constitution because of that. That's my case, as you can see in several videos. What I know, these guys, even they have all the information necessary about immigration. They know exactly who is moving to United States, what is the purpose of their movement, etc. And they are working with Secretaría de Gobernación in Mexico, very pretty close related, even the CISEN. Okay, they even working together, doing all this kind of analysis. They have all the analysis of the Mexicans, who's going to United States legally and illegally, legal and illegally. So you can imagine, even they know exactly which kind of militaries they are sending, and these guys are the one raping women, U.S. women, and killing U.S. citizens. Okay, and they prepare everything according with the different kind of communities. So they have the Jew community, the Mexican community, the Italian community, the white community, and they're targeting in different ways these kind of communities in the state because geopolitical changes, because convenience for the 13 richest families in the world. One of them is the Maximilian Iturbide family, located in San Antonio, Texas, and Florida, with relationship even with the Tlacomulco group. In my case, they know exactly that they were doing. They did to me two real estate fraud, one in Nashville, Tennessee, another one in San Antonio, Texas. Everything was prepared by these guys, and basically they're using their networks. Okay, we know that the Bush family is related with this real estate fraud, and with the expertise of the Mexican, let me tell you that they're going to have pretty in less time than you can expect it all our properties and real estate, as they are doing it in Mexico. Also, we know that they were planning, for example, in the states, to move all the citizens to cities instead of living in the county. Fortunately, Obama is leaving the presidential office, but was one of his plans. Okay, they have done they have done it in Mexico. So most of the people right now they are living in cities. So we are easy target of all these new technologies of the Illuminati to kill more than 95% of the population. Okay, instead of going to, because for them to kill people in the county is more difficult. In Mexico, they are doing this using these Mexican cartels, and it's only military. Okay, so this you Christian Illuminati, even they are doing movies, they are doing soap operas and others to show something Disneyland fantasy situation that is not real at all. So even with Garcia Luna, they were preparing the news that were totally fake. It's incredible, okay, with Felipe Calderon. Anyway, so I think that the CIA has all the information about the immigration, and President-elect Donald Trump need to request to this agency, or supposedly this U.S. agency, to give us all the information related with all this kind of immigration, because in fact they are invading us. Okay, and this is a U plan for a long time. They know exactly why the people is moving to the state, because they cannot work in legal businesses, so they may work in, most of them, in narco traffic or child trafficking or organ trafficking and others, and the bosses are the Jew Christian Illuminati, of course. In other cases, they are sent them to McDonald's and all these Illuminati corporates to work for them. Other immigrants might be people that is going to be killed in the desert, for example. Okay, so everything is prepared. Okay, so there's no way that somebody is going to say, "Oh, I'm going to United States to see if I'm going to be rich." Come on, it's not possible. Okay. everything has to be prepared, and who is preparing all this stuff? The Euclid and Illuminati, through whom? To which agencies? The CIA, one of them. Okay, the most important one. I hope that President-elect Donald Trump can take some measure about that, and I request all the information related with all this invasion that we have from Mexico, that we have from India, and other parts of the world, and basically to destroy us. That's the main objective of the elites at this time. Thank you very much for listening. I hope that you like this program. May click and like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share my video. Thank you very much. God bless you.